So what do these new potential offline clients of yours want? Well, they want to improve their business using the internet. That's why they've come to you, an internet or e-commerce or whatever you want to call yourself expert. They want you to advise them, work for them, and help them to make their business more profitable, more cost effective, etc., etc. They don't want to go off and read a book, send someone on a training course, or even hire somebody full time. They don't need that sort of person. What they need is just someone to come in, do the job, and go. They're basically bypassing the learning curves through hiring you and your skills. What you need to do is to understand their business. You've got to understand what their business is about, and more importantly, how can they use the internet to improve their business? What aspects of the business can the internet use? And that, it's not too difficult to do. All you need to do is sit and have a look, think about what have they got, what are they doing, how do they sell, what are the sales processes, what can you improve from that. And doing that, you can often find some great ways for them, and we're going to talk about this in a little while, for them to benefit from the internet. But what you need to be aware of is you can't go in and try and sell them stuff. I mean, you could be a great salesperson. I don't know you personally, but if you try and sell them something and they don't actually need it, sooner or later they're going to turn around and realise, and that's when you end up in trouble. Yeah, you may have got their money and run, but they're going to badmouth you. They're going to talk about you to lots of other people. Remember, people make this mistake and think that offline companies don't talk to each other. Yes, they do. They talk a lot. People talk a lot about things. There's many business owners and members of chambers of commerce or other groups. Many industrial estates or industrial areas have committees and groups. So they will talk, and they'll mention, oh, I hired this guy the other week and he sold me this website. It was terrible. It didn't work. It did this. It did that. Wasn't what I wanted at all. But alternatively, quite often they'll gather together and go, oh, you wouldn't believe what I got the other week. I got this fantastic website. It's done really, really well for me. My sales are up 60% through the website. I've got a better customer retention. My customers are loving it, and I'm making sales just by sending an email. It's amazing. What does the other business owner do? He goes, oh, sales up by 60% just from a website. I want one of those. And they'll casually say, so, that sounds good. Where did you get your website from? And they go, oh, this guy, and hands over contact details, email, or whatever it might be. So you can see, word of mouth is very, very powerful. So you need to make sure you give them what they want, what they need, and make sure it improves their business. Don't try and sell them stuff thinking, oh, I'll just get money out of them for that. They don't need it, because you're not doing them the best job, and it will come back and bite you on the rear end before you know it. Now, again, offline businesses are very, very keen on numbers. And if you watch Dragon's Den, and you probably hear me talking about it a lot in this video series, it's very important. One of the big mistakes that these entrepreneurs make when they face the dragons is they don't know their numbers, or they're cagey about their numbers. I mean, or don't want to reveal them. Now, the thing is you've got to understand businesses work on numbers. They work on, we make this many sales, we have this much conversion rate, we have this much profit, we spend this much on advertising, etc., etc. Most offline businesses know exactly where the money's going and exactly their conversion rates and so on. Online businesses, most people have no idea unless they're the big successful marketers. Many of the successful marketers do the numbers and know them very, very well. Offline people don't tend to know them at all. So what you need to be able to do is you want to go in with facts and figures and be able to say to them, right, well, if I set you up a website with an email autoresponding, obviously you call it something that makes a little bit more sense to them. You can say, I can set you up a website that will increase your customer retention by 60%, and it'll enable you to boost your profits by 30% per month through simple emails. Something like that will make them instantly, ears will prick up and they'll go, oh, what's this? How can we increase profit? So you need to be able to give them numbers, but not numbers you've made up. They won't need to be justifiable and quantifiable. You need to be able to prove them. And if you can do that, then you'll do very well. If you can go to them and say, well, you own a restaurant, and I did some work for restaurant owner Mick down the road there, and I created a website and this lead, put an autoresponder on his webpage, and his profits have gone up by 60% because he mails out coupons and so on to his customers who sign up. They get preferential discounts, etc., etc. And because of that, his restaurant's now full to 90% capacity every night of the week. And of course, what is a restaurant owner going to do? He is literally going to bite your arm off when he realizes that you've done it to his competitor down the road. He's going to want you to do the same. So you need to be able to provide them with these measurable improvements. Now, initially, you're not going to be able to. You're going to be able to have to give them industry figures. But once you've got a few websites under your belt, and sometimes it's worth creating a few either at a steep discount or for free in order to provide these measurable improvements. And if you can do, if you've got these figures, you're going to get some really, really good results from it. People will love it. Now, offline clients realize, these companies realize the importance of their customers. Online businesses don't tend to. A customer comes, customer goes, hey ho, nobody cares. Well, not everybody cares, some do. But offline companies know that the customer relationship is everything. They have customer relationship departments, complaint departments, etc., etc., etc. What they want to do is build a better relationship with their client because they understand that it is cheaper to keep a client than it is to go out and find a new client. They know that it can be, 5 to 10 times more expensive to find a new customer than it is to keep the ones they have and keep them happy. So they want to build relationships with their clients so that their clients trust them and come back to them again and again and again. If you think about it, what stores do you small stores now, what small stores do you frequent? You frequent the friendly ones that have built a relationship with you. Now, I have a number of hobbies that I do offline, and some of these involve I buy things from various shops. But there's a number of these shops that I go into. But the ones that I tend to buy the most from are the ones where the owner is chatty, friendly, gets to know me. I mean, one or two of them, in fact, there's two of the shops that if they get something in that they know I'm looking for, they obviously have built a relationship with me, they know what I'm collecting, what I'm looking for, they'll phone me up and say, hey, look, we've got one of these in. We'll put it to one side, can you come down and collect it? And I'll come down and collect it and pay them for it quite happily. They've got something and they've sold it instantly, because they've taken that time to build that relationship with me, their customer. Now, offline companies will do this. They build these relationships. It's just like us building a relationship with a list, except they do it properly. They're more diligent about it. Quite often, internet marketers think that building a relationship to a list is bombarding them with offers. It's not. It's getting to know the person. What do they want? What do they need? Offline customers, your offline customers are going to want to attract clients from a wider area. If I'm selling widgets, I'm able to sell them to my locality. I might find I get people from 5 or maybe even 10 miles coming in because I'm the only widget store in town. But what if I could attract clients from maybe my state or my country or maybe even internationally, and increase my client base from that? Now, there's a lot of companies, well, some companies are waking up to this as a possibility. They're realizing that they can use the internet and the postal service to create a massive business. And that's a smart thing to do. You need to create this, you need to get your offline customers to realize that instead of being trapped in their locality for clients and customers, they can cast their net further and tap into a global marketplace. I could sell my widgets to someone on the East Coast or the West Coast, or right up the north in Canada or in Peru or Germany, wherever. I can suddenly attract a much wider client base. And if these companies are selling things, then quite often they can get new clients and make more money. So, you know, they can find that they can start competing on a wider area, which is good for them. They want to be able to provide a better service to their clients. Offline companies know that, you know, customer service is everything, and that if they provide a good service, people will keep coming back again and again and again. Think about it. Stores that you frequent, which ones have the best customer service? The ones you go back to the most. People naturally do that. People buy from people they like. It's the way of the world. So they want to provide a better service to their clients, and of course, what can a website do? Help them. They want to build a better relationship with their clients and the customers. They know that a customer is important. Think about all these offline companies that have statements that say the customer is king, the customer is always right, blah, 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 blah. They know that building a relationship with a client is important. Now, it's very, very important because they understand that they get more custom that way. Now, I'll give you a great example of this. My sister recently hired a venue and got married. Fantastic wedding. Really enjoyed it. It was lovely. Now, they had promised that they were putting up a marquee outside because it was coming towards Christmas and they were going to hold Christmas parties. And what they'd said is, well, don't worry, the marquee won't be going up till the week after your wedding. Got there the day before the wedding, the marquee was up. And we said, well, you need to take it down and get rid of it. And they said, well, we can't. It takes, 12 men a week to put this marquee up. And that tells you how big it is. And the marquee blocked all the natural light, and it was dreadful. Or should I say, it looked dreadful. Obviously my sister got quite annoyed, and the hotel said, look, we're really, really sorry. There was obviously a bit of a misunderstanding. Tell you what we'll do. We'll give you an $800 bar tab for the night. So $800 worth of drinks, free on us. We're really, really sorry about it. Why would they give away $800 worth of drinks? Well, quite simply because they know that by doing so, my sister will talk about them favourably, and they know that word of mouth marketing is the best way to get new clients. I'll give you another example. Same wedding, my sister had some entertainment. It was absolutely fantastic entertainment. How did she find the entertainment? She had seen them somewhere else and hired them then and there. And I will tell you right now that this particular set of entertainers, they will have had 3 to 4 bookings, maybe more, from people that were there that night. Word of mouth marketing really, really works. Providing a fantastic service really, really works. And that's what offline companies want to do. They know and understand the importance of this relationship, and so will build it. Think about it. If you go in somewhere and complain about something, the company will often give you something for free, give you a discount, refund your money, whatever it might be, because they know it is cheaper to keep a customer happy than to try and find a new customer. And they know that, you know, I can't remember exactly what the old saying is, but it's something along the lines of, if you're happy about something, you'll tell no one, but if you're not happy about something, you tell everyone. And companies understand this, and they know, and I've done this. If you've had bad service or bad experience, you will tell everybody. I had a terrible experience with a company earlier in the year. They really, really messed me around. And again, I haven't even consciously done this. I have literally told everybody about it I know. Absolutely everybody. And I haven't consciously done it, but I've done it anyway. I didn't sit there thinking, right, I'm going to destroy this company by telling everyone. I'm just saying to people, oh, you won't believe what happened with this company. And that company has got bad press because of it. Because, you know, obviously, people I know, when someone else will turn around and say, oh, well, I'm thinking about using this company, they'll go, oh, you don't want to do that, my friend, and blah, 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 blah. So, you know, building a better relationship is very, very important to your offline customers. So you need to be able to understand this and help them do it. They also want to reduce their costs and increase their profits. If they can reduce their overheads, reduce their advertising budget, and increase their profits, you'll have them eating out of your hand. They'll do anything for you, quite literally. That's what these companies want to do. So that's very, very important. Offline companies will want to make more money, and they want to reduce the costs so the profits are higher. And basically what they want to do is improve their business processes. a website and the autoresponder and all that can help improve their business processes. What they can do is they can start creating a more of a profit funnel. They can funnel people in through their website, email the people, and so on, to make their business processes more streamlined, more efficient, more cost effective, etc., etc. And that's what these people want. And these are not just something that your IBMs and Microsofts of the world want. It's what your mum and pop shop down the road want to do. These shops want good customer service. Now, in the village I live in, we have two shops, two general stores. One of them is really, really friendly. They put up posters for people advertising events. They're really part of the community. The other one, it's a bit more miserable. You go in there and you sort of feel bad about going in and bothering the people. They don't have any of these posters up. They don't get involved in the community. And can you imagine which of these two shops is the most frequented? It's the first one. It's the one where they're involved in the community, they're chatty, they're friendly. I mean, there's lots of people working there, but every time I've gone in there, and I've always had a conversation with a member of the staff. They always talk to you, they always say hello, they always ask how you're doing. If you've got the kids with you, they ask about the kids. They're very friendly, and because of that, people go in there again and again and again to buy stuff. So you do need to understand that, offline customers really, really understand the importance of relationships with their customers. So you need to help them through their website to do this. So consider all this, okay, whilst you're creating proposals and whilst you're selling to these companies. They want your help and they're willing to pay for it. And if you can help them and demonstrate that this is what they can get from it, I will guarantee you will make sales and make money as an offline marketer.